Okay, so it seems like recently there's been a pretty interesting situation going on with SmugAlana. Now, this has been a very kind of crazy thing that has gone on because recently she kind of put out a post talking about the fact of her getting banned off of YouTube for 7 days. Which essentially, yeah, she says that YouTube struck and deleted her video for graphic content over watching a dude kill mosquitoes. The hundreds of insect flamethrower and killing videos stay up fine, appeal rejected immediately because AI moderation is horrible. Now, we already know how horrible the moderation has been for Twitch, especially for VTubers, right? With the whole ASMR VTuber thing that's been going on and so much more. We've covered so many different situations of VTubers getting hit very wrongly by AI moderation on YouTube. And again, it just doesn't work out, right? But yeah, obviously she reacted to a video or like a, a video of this guy who essentially crushes mosquitoes into a book. Now, I've inspect elemented out the image just in case I get taken down for violent content, graphic content as well. So again, unfortunately, you can go and see it on her page if you really want an image of it. But essentially, it's literally just a notebook with mosquitoes that have been like crushed into the book with like numbers on them, right? You probably have seen the videos on TikTok. They've been pretty popular and everything like that, right? And yeah, it seems like she was reacting to it, but for some reason her video was the one that got taken down. And obviously she brings up the very good point that there is hundreds of insect flamethrower killing videos and things of people like going into like wasps nests and insects nests and whatever and literally decimating them with like flame like with fire and whatever. And again, those are perfectly allowed and very popular YouTube shorts, but apparently a VTuber watching a video of the mosquitoes in a book is apparently a big issue, and just kind of goes to show the, I guess, prejudice against VTubers, right, that YouTube very clearly has a problem with, right? We've seen it, as I said, not just with this situation, but with so many more as well. And it seems like, yes, SmugAlana is the next one to get hit by this. And it is completely unfair, right? If, hers gets taken down, then I feel like all the other videos should get taken down as well. Like if all of these, if this was something that was actively being taken down by YouTube and every other video was getting taken down by them, then I think it would have been a little bit more understandable. But in this case, it just seems like they've just taken down her video and all the other ones can still stand up, which again, I think is absolutely insane. And obviously she goes on to say, I'm not trying to actively throw other content creators under the bus over this, but it's so extremely unfair to have my appeal rejected within a few hours when there's thousands of videos of people gassing live insects or lighting them on fire for content. At Team YouTube, you're actively censoring me and picking on my account as well as hundreds of others over your horrible AI moderation. Remedy this. I've gone through your appealing process and was rejected despite other creators having their videos up that are just like it in nature. So yeah, obviously there's been other videos of this that are completely similar, and apparently those were allowed up, but hers isn't, which again is absolutely crazy, right? This is a low effort AI slop video, by the way. Whatever happened to removing this off the platform? That shows wasps being gassed while still alive. Video of a dude burning mosquitoes alive. Video of killing insects with lasers. I can name countless other videos. You're just being selective and targeting my channel. Obviously, a lot of people saying this is a joke, right? Banana Juju. And that's crazy. I saw a video the other day where this YouTube lawyer lady saying the worst content to make in 2026 is react videos. I've only done 5 reacts since I debuted, and I've already got 2 of the videos taken down and given a warning, which, yeah, that does suck. But Team YouTube actually did respond to this saying, we'll share the next steps via DMs, as they always do, because YouTube's system is so bad that you have to call them out on Twitter for them to have a reply. You would think that they would create some kind of, system where you could actually get some meaningful support through a private channel, right? But for some reason, the only effective way of getting a hold of them is through calling them out on Twitter, which just makes no sense on how to run a company, to be honest, right? Why would you want Twitter to be your main source of support? Because it literally exposes how many issues there are with the platform. Like, why are we doing this? But yeah, obviously, SmugAlana then follows up with this by saying, yeah, great follow-up, where you tell me to report the other videos. Now, obviously, this is what they said. Following up on our post, mind sharing more context about why you think that was a mistake made during the process? You can also share more context around the content you were creating, and we'll see if there's anything more we can find out for you. Also, if you come across any content that you think violates our policies, it's best to report it so we can take the necessary action. Here's how. That I already explained, there are thousands of videos of various other insects that are being burned alive or killed for content. It's not my job to report any of it. Which again, they said, sending you a DM now. Let's continue our convo over there. So again, they're trying to, you know, sweep this all under the rug. People saying, so dumb, sorry this is happening to you. Said, I'm so sorry. We have to use this fuck-ass platform as consumers. Which again, yeah, it is pretty ridiculous. The way that this is being handled and treated and whatever, especially with those kind of follow-ups from YouTube in the DMs. It just seems like they're pretty incompetent, right? Of course, there is another post here as well, actually responding to that last post saying, amazing response at Team YouTube, thousands of videos of people killing wasps and other pests, but you draw your line in the sand when a VTuber watches it. Thank you so much for your indiscriminate judgment. You guys really respect VTubers, that's for certain. They said, we had the policy team take another look into the removal of your video, and they confirmed the original decision stands. The video was in violation of violent or graphic policies. You might have already reviewed the help center policy, but here's the reference. So essentially, they've just said, hey, we can help you with that, by the way. By the way, your video is still banned and all the other ones can stay up. It's just so weird, right? I don't know, like, again, it just seems to be, you know, kind of indiscriminate judgment, as she says, against VTubers. I mean, there is no other reason as to why they would do this because, again, it's just so ridiculous that all of these videos get to stay up, but apparently hers is the one that has to get taken down. Apparently she is the one that has to face a 7-day ban. And again, I think it is just insane how far this has really gotten, right? Obviously, a lot of people have been commenting on it as well. Rima saying YouTube is so cooked. We'll see Chibi saying this is unacceptable. You know, this is a gross enforcement of your policies. There is no human moderation or what. I'd really appreciate if an actual person looked into this. Alana doesn't post the kind of content she's accused of. So this is insane. How about you actually do your jobs for once and have a human look at it instead of giving everything to a brain-dead hallucinating AI? Unless, of course, YouTube is done hiding the fact that it's biased against VTubers and any content creator who doesn't have millions of followers. Again, it continues on saying YouTube is increasingly looking more and more like an absolute joke. I guess their moderators are in the Mosquito Lives Matter camp, broken brain-dead AI system. And yeah, people have had enough. People are starting to get very fed up of how YouTube are treating VTubers. Because as I said, you know, first of all, it was the ASMR kind of, not just VTubers even, but it was like the ASMR community, and a lot of them being VTubers were taken down for no reason whatsoever at all, completely terminated off the platform. Obviously, now with the SmugAlana thing, with the mosquitoes, and obviously now we had all this previous stuff. I mean, you can guys could go back and look at my videos and say, you know, more Kazahana YouTube, and you'll see like probably like 50 other videos of me talking about a situation of a VTuber getting unjustly banned. You know, and again, it's just getting to a point now where they're just trying to find anything they possibly can, and they're just making it so obvious, right? They're making it so obvious that they want to target VTubers, they want to go after them, and that they want to find any reason that they can do while also not going after the other people for the exact same reason. I think it's just insane, and it just doesn't help anybody, right? I mean, you know, what platform can people go to? Well, none really, because again, it's just like, it's one of those things where it is the main platform, right? With streaming and things, of course, there is other options. You know, you've got Twitch, Kick, Rumble, all of the other, you know, ones, you know, obviously some bigger than the others, but at least you have options, right, of what to stream on. Whereas YouTube, I mean, unless you're planning to go to like Billy or something, become a full-time Billy creator, I mean, there isn't really much of a secondary option, which just sucks because, you know, VTubers are caught in this big vacuum where it's just like, well, I need to keep creating content on YouTube, but I can't because they just keep taking me down just because I'm doing everything that everybody else is doing. It's insane. So again, it kind of creates this, yeah, as I said, just tough situation for any VTuber that is struggling with YouTube's AI moderation and all of this kind of stuff. It's just insane, right? Of course, you know, more people saying we all know YouTube is bad now, and for some reason we got people still posting on that platform and getting surprised as to why they get nuked. It's not worth it. But again, as I said, you know, what's the kind of alternative to that? You know, because YouTube is a very specific platform that has specific needs. I mean, I'm sure there's maybe some small platform out there, but let's be real, YouTube really is the big platform at the moment, and it's just getting worse and worse. So hey, maybe it'll be a matter of time until we see a rival come up because of this kind of stuff, right? And yeah, lots of people have just been atting Team YouTube and telling them essentially that they suck and that they should be fixing this, which again is great to see that there's been a ton of support on this, and people have been actually backing up Alana. I don't think I've seen anybody being like, actually. So again, that is good. But yeah, obviously it sucks that this is still an issue. So yeah, that's essentially all I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.